Hello, hi everybody. Welcome back to Arvind Upadhyay Show podcast. I am your host Arvind Upadhyay. You can search on Arvind Upadhyay on Google. Go to the Arvind Upadhyay official website to explore more about our podcast, videos, news, product, and various things, free resources, articles, and much more. So visit the Arvind Upadhyay official website to explore more about me. This is the season 2 at Arvind Upadhyay Show podcast and episode 1. We are talking about the 7 step to your financial game plan. This episode is brought to you by Arvind Upadhyay books. So make sure buy the Arvind Upadhyay books. Go on Amazon, Flipkart and other various platforms. Otherwise go to Arvind Upadhyay official website. Get it the Arvind Upadhyay books. This podcast is also brought to you by Arvind Enterprises Group. So make sure visit the Arvind Enterprises Group for your needs, franchisee, services, product and explore more with them. So let's start this episode about the financial game plan and some steps that I am going to talk about there. Have you given any thought to what your financial game plan is? Have you identified what your financial goals are? Your financial game plan should include a review of your asset and debts, a discussion of your financial goals and action step to get you moving in the right direction. Your financial goals will help you to create your plan for the next 5 and 10 years. In one of my podcast, I was just talking about that the difference between the broke mentality and growth mentality. How the growth mentality people plan for their 3 generations, and broke mentality people they plan for the a specific night and a specific day. So the thing is that your financial goal will help you to create the plan for your generations and for years. You should decide whether you would like to own a house or whether you would prefer to rent. This is depend on you that what is the best for you, renting or the planning for the having the owning the house. So you should decide this, and when you plan own a house, you will need to plan for a down payment which should be approximately 20% of the purchase price of the home. This means for the if you are buying a home like in the $200,000 home, you should have a $40,000 saved up, and you will also need some cash and credit for home renovations and even cosmetic things such as new paint, a new backsplash in the kitchen, new faucets. If your financial goal is to rent a home, you should also determine if there will be a monthly association fee or any other associated cost with the renting the home. These fees could include a maintenance fee, a pest control fee, parking fee. Action steps are the important to keep you moving in the right direction. You should also review these action steps every 3 and 4 months to make sure you are working on them and continuing to moving forward. You should also review the step and determine if anything need to be adjusted due to the change in the circumstances, new debt, a child or other circumstances. That following are the some action step you take to move toward your financial goals. First of all, you need to review your list of the asset, liabilities and debt and decide how to pay down debt. If your minimum monthly payments are unreasonably high, you may need to consider the bankruptcy as an option. If you can pay down your debt, you want to pay as much as you can paying down your debt each and every month. So you have to create a spending plan. Make sure your spending plan include all of your expenses, whether they are monthly or not. Include your car insurance, pet supplies and paternity care, summer camp expenses. Decide where you have to spend your money and decide would like to spend your money. Like the sooner you can pay down your debt, the sooner you can start putting more money aside of your dreams and other financial goals. Create a saving plans. Many of my podcast episodes, videos, articles, I have a talking about these things like create a saving plan. So a good rules for them to put a 10% of each paycheck into the saving account. If you receive bonus, overtime pay or a tax refund, try to store the money aside without touching it. This will help you to create an emergency fund for the expenses such as car repair, home repair, medical emergency. Life will always have unexpected event. Plan accordingly that keep your expenses low. So if you're planning and you're following me my rules and financial planning, then you need to keep your expenses low. If your goal is to pay off your mortgages in 5 years, you may not be able to get a new car every 2 years. Prioritize what is important and keep the rest of your expenses low. And this does not mean that you cannot dine out their time as a big, but maybe you can give you a scale the order to keep your expenses low. For example, if you're living in the Florida, air conditioning is non-negotiable. So for you, that means you might not dine the restaurant as often during the summer because your electric bill will be higher. Using the grill is an added bonus.